Hey guys, welcome to Rosie's Dessert Spot. In this tutorial I'll be teaching you how to make this beignet tower. In a saucepan I've got my water and my milk, adding in a bit of sugar and the butter as well. All the ingredient amounts will be in the description box below this video. Allow it to come to a bit of a simmer, and then once it starts simmering, add in your flour, and with a wooden spoon I'm just kind of kneading it through. Once it creates a bit of a ball, I'll knead it for another 2 minutes and then I'll take it off the heat. Transfer it to your standing mixer with a paddle attachment. Let it beat on low for maybe about a good 7 minutes, just to let the heat come out of the dough and so it doesn't scramble your eggs. And then when it's nice and cool, add in 1 egg at a time, making sure that each egg is nicely incorporated before you add the next one. Halfway through, make sure to give it a wipe down on the sides, and the consistency that you're looking for is kind of like very thick lava, just barely falling off your spatula. I've got a 1 centimeter circle tip here, and I'm piping about 2.5 centimeter circles onto a baking tray, lined with baking paper, and with a little bit of water on my finger, I'm just making sure the tops are nice and flat. Bake that at 180 degrees Celsius for a good 20 to 25 minutes or until golden brown. And then in the meantime, I'll create my custard. So I've got my milk, sugar, vanilla extract, and my egg yolks. And then taking a whisk and adding in my corn flour as well. Take a whisk and whisk it all through till it's all nice and combined. Just to be sure, I like to use a sieve and sieve out any lumps straight into the saucepan. And then on medium heat, with your whisk all the same, give it a bit of a stir. And do not stop stirring actually, so stir continuously until it thickens like this. At this point I like to stir a bit more vigorously, and it helps to get rid of any of the lumps. And you should have a nice silky custard. I divide it in half, and while it's still nice and steaming hot, I add in some chocolate buttons to make chocolate custard. Put it into a plate, cover it in cling film, make sure it's touching so it doesn't create a skin, and pop it into the fridge. In the meantime, I've got some cream that I'm whipping to stiff peaks. And then to bring that custard back to its nice silky form, pop it back into the standing mixer with your whisk attachment, and just let it whisk on high speed for a good 2 minutes. Doing the same with my chocolate custard as well. And it's back to that nice creamy texture. I also like to fold through that cream that we had before, and you don't have to do that. I just like to add a bit of richness to my custard, but you could leave it exactly as it was. Then I'm using a star tip, piercing the very bottom of a beignet and then filling it with the custard. The really cool thing about this is that you can feel the beignet expand in your hand. You can always almost see it here as well, as it just gets bigger and bigger. It's really cool. Once they're all filled, pop them to the side. And in the meantime, I'll attach my styrofoam cone to my cake board. And I'm doing that with a pastry brush and some white chocolate. And this will make sure that the beignet sticks to the cake, to the cone. If you were to put the chocolate directly onto the polystyrene, you'd have the chance of it falling off. So chocolate sticks well on chocolate. And then while that's setting in the freezer, I've got my beignets, dipping them into white chocolate, giving them a bit of a tap on the counter so the tops are nice and flat, and then adding some dark chocolate decoration with a piping bag going back and forth to create those pretty little lines. Allow them to set completely, and in the meantime I'm adding some toothpicks into my cone. Now notice here I'm plugging them in on a 45-degree angle so that when you pop your beignet onto the cone, it doesn't fall off because it's kind of stuck on there at an angle. Make sure to add some white chocolate to the bottom of your beignet and then pop them onto the cone, making sure that you pierce them with a toothpick. Work your way up the cone. Here I'm trying to also keep the beignets in size, so if there's one next to my last beignet that I put on that's a little bit too big, I'll try to find a matching size. That way it kind of assembles up the cone a lot neater and more even looking. You might find you have to readjust the toothpicks as well. That's very easily done. And you could also pay attention to the direction of your chocolate as well. Here I didn't, but if you wanted all your beignet to be stuck on there in a particular direction, that's something you could try to pay attention to as well as you're doing yours. And then I have some edible viola flowers. Putting a bit of white chocolate onto the back and sticking them in. If you don't want to use real flowers, you could always just use fondant and then punch out little flowers with your blossom plunger cutter. And you're done. So make a custard beignet tower. Very easy to do, but I won't lie, it does take a lot of time. Especially if you're making everything from scratch like I did. You can always buy the beignet balls from your local grocery store. They usually do stock it. The custard, you could always buy the packet stuff as well, and you'll kill a lot of time that way. If you guys give this a go, do let me know. I'd love to know how it came out for you guys. Love to see it as well if you want to tag me or send me a photo in email. And I will catch you guys again Tuesday. Thank you for watching. And also if you like the cake toppers, I do sell these on my website, rosiesdessertspot.com.